This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, this is a separation game. We are right in this conference championship race, but today is the day we show we're the better team. He wants to use that home field advantage, make sure the crowd is up, on their feet, and loud. But he says, guys, we've got to give them something to cheer about early to start the game so we can use that home field advantage. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Sooners ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Hits inside, it's Mobley. At the 35, he's loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Takes the handoff. It's Mobley. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter, and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They're going to run it to the right. Driven back.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. It's Mateer. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Sooners are flying down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield,
trying to burn this defensive back. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Sooners will punt this one away. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Making his first move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Sells to run, looking to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes a grab for a big play. Touchdown Sooners! Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. The Sooner schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. it upfield.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Rush is on. Unloads in the nick of time.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Carr above the noise. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The run inside. It's Mobley.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Back's got it on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
Wide open downfield. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
On the play. Good enough for a first down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, it's Williams. Maybe a crease. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. A first down run on the doorstep. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? motion from the wideout. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The toss sweep to the right. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year, in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Left side, it's Sategna. That'll be enough to move the chains, and it'll also take us to the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Taken down.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Going to look downfield again. He's got it. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing. And as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Caught. At the 35, he's got room. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he puts through the extra point. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing, Carr fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Oklahoma. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Bring it out. It's Perez. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Found the seam on the left. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. And he's going to bring this one out. He's got great speed. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. drive comes from the 38. Tells to run, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Had to force that one.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Changing the routes with his receivers. To the air, it's Mateer. Still looking to his right. Throwing right. It's complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Sategna. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Carr. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Washington Huskies in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Michigan State Spartans. And it's Washington coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. That victory closes the book.
Oh, what vision! A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Right side, it's Blaylock. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first in.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
come the Irish, back on offense. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those Golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Quick give. It's Mobley. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
21 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Straight ahead, it's Mobley. Gets it inside the 10. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Now here's Carr. Looking for the score. Incomplete pass, but it'll be a productive play for the offense. This flag's going to go against the D. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Irish.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Going for the big play. A full dive to haul that one in. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Blaylock. All over him immediately.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Finds his target. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Going for the big play. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. How about this on 1st and goal? The give to the wide receiver. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Let it go! They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Fires into the end zone. Finds his man down the middle. He stopped short of the goal line. Couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge. 22-90 mountain. 22-90 mountain. Where did he go?
On the ground. And he charges across the line. Touchdown Sooners!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
I love when offenses are stubborn and they run the football, and that's a really good thing. Those are body blows that sometimes throughout a game can lead up. But the offensive line, they got to pave a little bit better room. Like, there needs to be a little bit more room so this guy can break free and get in the open field, try to make a play. Now it's 3rd and 6, so now probably a passing situation.
And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Keeps it moving, it's Mobley. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They got in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down. They got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Makes the grab. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage.
Freeze. Return.
4th down, Carr. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.